having a capital celebration or a capital party. A capital party. That's right. You heard me right. Let's have some fun. Let's get a bunch of people together and let's raise some capital. So you might be thinking, well, Dave, raising capital is a serious kind of thing. What are you talking about? Having a party, having a celebration?
There are millions of real estate investors out there, and most are stuck with just a couple of properties. They want financial freedom, but their small portfolio ends up costing them more in time, effort, and money than it's worth. Getting out of the rat race seems harder than ever. This show will help you do more deals, better deals, and bigger deals. Finally, you'll be able to reach your income and lifestyle goals. How? By attracting and leveraging private money partners and their capital. Now get ready to raise more money, because here's your host, Dave Dubeau.
Well, hey there, it's Dave Dubeau with another episode of the How to Raise Capital 101 show for real estate investors. I believe this is episode 19. And today we are going to take a look at something kind of fun and different when it comes to raising capital. And that is having a capital celebration or a capital party. A capital party. That's right. You heard me right. Let's have some fun. Let's get a bunch of people together and let's raise some capital. So you might be thinking, well, Dave, raising capital is a serious kind of thing. What are you talking about? Having a party, having a celebration? Well, what we want to do is we want to make things interesting. We want to make things fun. We want to tap into human nature. And if you recall our whole money partner formula roadmap, this really ties in nicely for launching things, getting things going with your marketing, creating a splash, creating some buzz. And once you're up and running, to kind of inject a little bit of fun and something different and something diverse in your marketing, so it's not always the same old, same old. Does that make sense? Now, if you're not familiar with the Money Partner Formula, you can always check out the first 9 episodes of this podcast, and that will take you through like a mini course of my entire Money Partner Formula. So make sure, if you haven't done that, that you check that out. All right. So what is this whole idea about creating a capital celebration? Well, we really want to tap into human nature. And we as humans are just naturally designed to be social. We like to get together with other people and gather together. We like to have fun. We like to have a good time. And we can do that with some other people. We don't need to have much of a reason to make that happen. Does that make sense? So we want to tap into that, and we want to see if we can apply this for what we're doing when it comes to raising capital, when it comes to attracting investors, raising private money, bringing on joint venture partners, whatever that looks like for you. Let's create some buzz and make this happen. So what I want to do today on this episode is share a couple of what I think are pretty smart ideas for you for making this happen. Give you a couple of different ideas. One of these should resonate with you, and you should be able to take it and run with it. All right. So the first one, and this is something fun and new that we're doing with our 101 VIP clients that we work with, is we have a website grand opening event or a website launch event. What does that mean? Well, that means that, as a mom and pop real estate investor, chances are you're probably not running out there and starting a brand new office, getting a storefront or anything like that. So how do we make a splash, kind of do like a store does when they're just opening up a brand new store? They like to launch it. They like to make a big splash. How can we do a virtual version of this with what we're up to with real estate investing? Well, the best way that I've seen to do this is to do a very simple website launch party, right? So if you've got, as I recommend, if you've got an investor focused website set up, then why not get things started on the right foot and let people know about it, right? So this is one of the things that we're doing with our clients when we're launching things with the marketing is we get everything going, do their warm-up campaign, get them a bunch of ninja meetings going. We get their electronic newsletters, video logs, blog posts going. And then after about a month, we have a website launch party, and it works like gangbusters. And the goal is we just invite everybody from your network, from your contact list, to join us on Zoom. Pretty hard to do this in person because it's a website, right? So it's online. We get everybody to get together on Zoom, and then we take them for a tour, virtual tour via Zoom of our website. We show them the different pages. We let them see a little bit of what we're up to. We don't do a full out investor presentation, but I do like to give people a big picture overview of what it is we're doing and why we're doing it. So the whole goal of this website launch event isn't necessarily to directly get people juiced right up about investing with you in a specific deal, but it's to get them warmed up to the whole idea of what you're doing. So what we do for this is we send out, we set this up, let's say a week or two out, set everything up on Zoom, and then we promote this to folks, send out a few invitation emails, get people to register, to RSVP, create a little bit of buzz around this. We're going to do some draws and some fun different stuff as well. And then we get everybody on Zoom, walk them through the website, do a couple of draws. It can be skill testing questions. It can be, just luck of the draw, whatever it is, and have some fun. It does have to cost a lot of money. We do things like Starbucks gift cards, Amazon gift cards, that sort of thing, just to create a little bit of fun and interaction and get the ball rolling. All right. So just like a grand opening event for a store, we want to get as many people familiar with us as humanly possible. Okay. So that's the first one. Let's have a website grand opening or a website launch event. Another idea is to celebrate special occasions, have a special occasion party. And the first guy I heard about that was really recommending this was my early marketing mentor, a gentleman named Dan Kennedy. And you can Google him. He is a very prolific author, very, very intelligent guy. I was part of his group for a number of years. And one of my favorite stories of his around this was a client of his, I think it was a client of his, was an insurance agent in kind of a small to medium-sized town. And this gentleman was the most successful insurance guy in his area, not because he did the most marketing, but he had the most fun with it. So what he would do is every year on his birthday, he would throw himself a birthday bash. That's right. He'd throw himself his own birthday party. And he would invite all of his clients, and he would invite his clients to bring a friend. So this guy would pay for everything. He actually rented, I've got a circus tent here. He would rent a circus tent, get everybody in there. He would dress himself up as master of ceremonies or as a king and be sitting on a throne and this kind of thing. Free food and drink for everybody all day long, barbecue type situation. And then to make it even more fun, he would invite people to bring gag gifts. He didn't want anything serious. He just wanted to have fun with this. So he would give prizes to folks who brought him the most creative or original gag gifts. And again, that was just so much fun for everybody to attend this thing, to hang out together, to eat and drink, to watch all the weird gifts that were being given to this guy. And just from that one event a year, the number of new people that came into his world, the amount of re-engagement he got with his current clients who needed to upgrade their insurance or buy more insurance, the introduction he got to new prospective clients, that did him for the entire year. Okay, well, you're saying, well, Dave, that's great. That's insurance. What does that have to do with raising capital? Well, it has everything to do with raising capital, right? It's all about creating an event, having an occasion, and having fun with it. So why couldn't you do something similar? In fact, one of my clients, Aaron Belmore, did a really, really good job with this. He would do a whole bunch of different things. So he would do, once a month, he would do a lunch and learn at the boardroom of the shared working space where he was working at. So he would invite a bunch of people out. He'd get 5, 6, 7 people out for a little lunch and learn. He'd go through his presentation. Everybody loves to eat. So free meal for them, right? And he got to meet some good prospective investors that way. He would invite investors out. He'd invite them to bring a friend, that kind of thing. Another thing that he did very well was he did a couple of special events. He did a pub night. He invited everybody out, gave everybody a couple of drink tickets. So the first couple of drinks were on him. And then he did a presentation before everybody had too many drinks. So he did this kind of early in the evening and just had a really good time mixing, mingling, networking with people. And he was the life of the party because he was the guy putting on the party. All right. So hopefully that gives you some ideas as to what you could be doing when it comes to raising capital. Now, last but not least is an idea that's worked really well for a lot of our clients, our more advanced clients, when we, let me reach out here, when we co-author a book with people, which we do from time to time, we actually have a book launch party for them. So this is something that we do for our high-level VIP clients. We'll co-author a book for them, and then we'll make a big splash with their book and do a party to launch it. And it works like gangbusters. And pre-COVID and now things that things are opening up, I think a live in-person book launch event is the ideal way to do this. You make a big buzz about this. You invite everybody to it. It's going to cost a little bit. It's going to be a bit more expensive to do. It's going to be more time consuming, but it's very, very high input, high value. You get 15, 20, 30 people out. You do a little presentation about what you're up to. You do book signings. Something that's worked really well for our clients is you tie in a charity kind of component with this. So again, the goal of our clients is not to be selling their books. Their books are basically business cards on steroids. So they say, hey, the free book, a free signed book with a donation to the charity of their choice, right? So it's a great way to kind of tie that in. If you've got a lot of people who aren't local, you can do a virtual book launch. This is definitely what we're doing throughout the whole COVID thing. Works very, very well. Not quite as good as a live in-person one, but hey, it's the next best thing. And you can get everybody from everywhere to join you. You just have to kind of do it virtually. It's a little bit more challenging to do the getting people actual physical copies of your book, which is a big part of this whole thing. But we have done this very successfully with some of our clients. In fact, this has been just from his book launch event. He actually got some investors on board and raised over $1 million for his real estate deal. So it works very, very well. So there you have it. Here are 3 different ideas that you can use to have some fun, create a celebration, and start raising some capital. And you can do this right off the get-go when you're launching all of your marketing. I would highly recommend that. And then look for a reason or a way to do this from time to time throughout the year. You don't have to do it all the time, but if you did a special event once or twice a year, that would pay huge, huge dividends for you for now till Timbuktu. All right. So there you go. Go out, party hardy, and raise some capital. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you actually do any of these and what kind of response and reactions you get from this. I'd love to hear back from you as to how well this works for you. All right. Take care, and we will see you on the next episode. If you're an active real estate investor who's looking to supercharge your portfolio growth right now, and you don't want to wait for all the knowledge, strategies, and how-tos to be slowly dripped out on this podcast feed every week, then I invite you to book a Capital Clarity Call right now to discuss our done-for-you Capital Launchpad marketing program.
A lot of people want to invest now, and I have all these meetings and I have all these appointments and phone calls, and I'm like, wow!
This is the program that I've created that has already helped over 200 real estate investors to raise 6 figures of private money in a matter of weeks, and even 7 figures in a matter of months, and grow their portfolios like never before.
Pretty much right off the bat, once we started the marketing campaign, that turned into us raising $300,000, which turned out to be amazing.
I invested in your program, and within 60 days, I raised to the tune of $750,000.
The Capital Launchpad is where my team and I personally work with you to find your perfect investors and get them booking meetings with you instead of you chasing after them. We get you easy and profitable investor meetings booked without any salesiness or high pressure shenanigans. Meetings that actually get investors on board with your deals without turning people off or getting rejected. And the best thing is, because we do all the heavy lifting for you, you can focus on the most important things. Number 1, talking to investors, and number 2, managing your growing real estate portfolio.
My intent was, hey, if we could raise $1 million in capital, that would really keep the ball rolling. And almost kind of there, we've only done 2 newsletters and 1 video. That's all we've done. We're 1 month in.
The booking link is in the show notes, or you can visit bookachatwithdave.com. It only takes a few minutes to book your call and fill out the questionnaire. Then we'll have about a 30-minute Zoom conversation where my team and I can dive into your current situation. And we can give you a concrete set of next steps on how to break through your current capital challenges.
As of today, over the past, I would say 4 weeks, we've just brought in $900,000.
Sometimes those next steps will be inviting you to join the program. But actually, more often than not, it doesn't involve inviting you to join the program because it's not always the right fit at the right time. And that's okay.
I honestly wasn't 100% confident when we started to work with you about finding money and whether Jamie and I would be able to do it. But now, people are throwing money at us, and not just a little bit of money.
Our goal for you is to leave the call with a clear action plan, whether it's working personally with us inside our program or not.
So he got really interested and he wanted to invest in us 400 to 500,000.
Yes.
We won't be able to do this without you guys.
Yes.
With the videos, the e-zines, the websites, and the guidance on how to present our presentations. So it's a lot of help for us.
I thought we couldn't do it, but
we did it.
So if you're a real estate investor who's committed to doing more and better deals using investors' capital this year, and you want to shortcut all the trial and error and implement what actually works, then just book a Capital Clarity call right now.
My investment in your program has already been paid back to me sixfold.
It works. It works.
I'm really happy as well. This works.
And by the way, thanks for everything. I have to tell you that. Thanks for everything.
And you want a couple faces to show up and say, hey, it works? Let us know. We'll come and vouch for you.
Worst case scenario, we get together and chat for 30 to 45 minutes and give you some free advice. The link to apply is in the show notes or go to bookachatwithdave.com.